views matter.
Namaskar to all the listeners. This is Attorney Shah Peerally for the Shah Peerally Law Show, and we're going to talk about immigration, of course, and a little bit of debt settlement. But we're going to start, of course, with the immigration. And today I have with me my good friend Michael. Thank you, Michael, for being here. And I know last week we were not able to take any callers, but this week we'll be taking callers. So we will be opening the lines in few minutes. 510-657-1170. 510-657-1170. But before I start, anything I'm going to tell you today is my opinion. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any questions. And, of course, you can check our website, attorneyonair.com, attorneyonair.com or peerallylaw.com, and you will go on the same website, and we try to put as much information there, and, of course, our YouTube channel, etc. So please subscribe to them. Few news came up. Number one, the big news is that premium is back. Premium for H1B is back, and this is a very, very good news because a lot of people get stuck because of that premium. Number one, since premium is back for everybody, for those cases that have been lingering, you can upgrade them. And if you have an RFE, you can just put your premium in there and let the case be premium. The advantages of premium becomes really, really evident when you have situations where people are terminated and they have passed, for example, their 60 days grace period, and they are getting a new job after the 60 days grace period. In this case, they have to leave the country and come back, and having premium gives them an answer pretty fast like that. They don't lose the chance at the job offer, and they can move on going forward. And that's one advantage. The second advantage, of course, is if you're planning to do, if you want to move to another company to transfer, for example, and you want to make sure it's approved before you move, oftentimes, if you wait too long, you will not get the job. So the job is saying, will probably tell you, okay, you move on the receipt, and many times if you move on the receipt and it gets denied and the previous company cancel your H1B, you're left hanging with nothing. But with premium, you can actually file the case, get an approval, then move to company B, as we call it. And of course, there are many other advantages of premium. And for example, if you have amendments, etc., it is helpful to have premium. So, ladies and gentlemen, feel free to call if you have any questions on immigration. It doesn't have to be on employment base. You can call for marriage petitions, asylum, you name it. Wherever I can help, I can actually give you some quick information. I will be glad to give it to you. The number to the studio today, 510-657-1170, 510-657-1170. Am I saying the number right, Michael? I hope it is the right number. And also, we are talking about the issues now of the premium for H1B. The question is that will premium stay for the new H1B season? We don't really recommend filing under premium unless basically, it might be recommended. It's a case-by-case basis because we have seen last year many cases on the new quota where they took, we didn't get an answer even after the October 1st. So in those cases, premium is recommended. Otherwise, it's not really necessary on the new H1Bs to file under premium. It's not like it's going to get you to the lottery, etc. By the way, even though they say they're changing the system, they have not changed it, so everybody is probably going to file the same way this year. Probably the changes are going to start next year. And we are really on the deadline now to take cases on H1Bs, but I recommend if you still want, we have a couple of more days, maybe we can take some more cases because the LCA itself the labor condition application takes around 10 days to apply. So I think we have one caller, right, Michael? Let me take the caller. Shah Peerally, you're live in here. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Manda? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir. I can hear you. Go ahead. Hello? Hello? I think I lost the caller. Can you please call again? 510-657-1170. 510-657-1170. Just to let you know, we are live today, and it's March 14th, 2019, and so many things happening. And I think Michael is the caller still there? Hello? Hello? I think. Hello?
Hello. Hi, Mr. Shah. This is Mr. Mandal. Thanks
yes, Mandal.
very much for the wonderful information, and which is actually helping a lot me for a long time.
Thank you so much.
I have a quick question. So, my wife is actually working on H4 Ead, and recently her employer filed a green card application, and her I-140 got approved. And she had earlier already maxed out H1B. So my question is that, is there a way to reopen the H1B or post the H1B now that I-140 has been approved?
Yeah. How many days was left on the H1B when she moved to H4? And when was that?
Okay, so when she had actually moved to H4 Ead, I think only few months were left. I don't have that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And when did this happen? When did she move to H4 Ead? 2015? Right.
She moved to H4 Ead exactly 2 years back.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, she can revive the H1B. Just go ahead, file an extension, and use that I-140. It will, since there's some time left, it's easy to kind of do the extension. And although it's possible even after that, but it's easier this way. If she had couple of days left, just go ahead, use the I-140, file an extension of the H1B, and move the status from H4 to H1. Yeah, she will be able to get another 3 years. She will keep getting extension as long as the I-140 is there.
Okay. Since I exactly don't remember that how many days were left, just in case it's on borderline, she will be still able to file an extension, right?
Yes. Even 1 day, even after that, you can file it, but it becomes a little bit more tricky to do it. But even if 1 day is left, you can just pull the another 3 years attached to that. Okay.
And this application, what's that exact name of the form? Is it a simple H1B?
It's going to be a new employment, cap exam, moving H4 status to H1.
Oh, okay. And does it need to meet this April deadline this year, or it can be filed anytime?
No, she's cap exam. That's what I was saying.
Oh, okay.
When cap exam, you don't have to meet. You can file it right now.
Oh, okay. Just one quick question, like her H4 Ead is actually expiring 2020 March. So when do you actually recommend to file the H4 Ead?
Well, in this case, it's if the H4 Ead is still there, then she can continue on that. But if they are planning to take it away, we don't know how they will take it away. Yeah, as soon as you hear the news, then start doing the application. And since right now premium is available, you can do that. Give me a call at the office. I'll guide you exactly how it can be done.
Thank you so much. We will do that. Really appreciate it.
No problem. But she can revive it. That's the good news of it. Okay.
Okay. Right. Okay. Thank you.
Good. 510-742-5887. I think I have another caller. This is Shah Peerally. You're 11 here. Okay, sorry. So please give us a call if you have any questions. 510-657-1170, 1170. Just to let you know, this is a live show and we are March 14th, and sometimes you will see the line dropping, but that's normal because it's like we are merging several lines at one time on one radio show. So bear with us, please call. And if you want a private consultation, call our office 510-742-5887. 510-742-5887. So we were talking about this situation of having premium, very interesting situation. And in this case, where if they take away the H4 Ead, like our previous caller was talking about, it becomes an immense advantage to have premium. Although a lot of people think when they are premium, they are RFEs, but now this is no longer the rule. RFEs are coming everywhere. So go ahead, take advantage of your premium, unless you don't really worry about it, you already move, etc. But remember, you have 240 days to work, and if you don't take advantage of, if you're reaching that, it's better to premium the case. So all those issues makes it really indispensable to keep the premium. So ladies and gentlemen, if you need help on upgrading, or you need help with your H1B, your L1, your O1, EB1, EB2, you name it, give us a call, 510-742-5887. So I was talking about this premium issue because it's related to many, many things. What the premium, removal of the premium has done, it has really kind of blocked the mobility of many of the H1B holders. For example, they will have good opportunities and they will be scared to move, because if they move and they get a denial, then they are left hanging with nothing. But with premium, the good thing is that you can premium the case, get an approval first, and then move. And that's what we are recommending people when they transfer. Premium the case, get an approval, then you move to company B. And it is important, because in this case, if in case the case gets denied, you're safe with your company A. So all those advantages that we have on premium, we should really kind of focus on it. And again, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to call for any immigration question, 510-657-1170. 510-657-1170. And now let us talk a little bit about one of the things that a lot of people ask me right now is what happens to the H4 Ead. Well, the H4 Ead is really in the phase of being taken away. However, it seems that there is a huge move to actually basically push back. That means litigations are getting ready, and we are hoping that if there are enough litigations, things are going to be on the right side. So I really kind of see things going in a way where ultimately we might be able to keep the H4 Ead. I'm hoping, okay, I'm not saying it will happen, but if there are enough lawsuits to block it, a bit like DACA and a lot of pressure, things might turn in the favor of the H4 Eads. Having said that, now, if it goes away, the question a lot of people are asking, how is it going to go away? What we believe is that the USCIS, just like they did in DACA, as a matter of courtesy, they will probably allow people who have a certain date on that a specific H4 Ead to continue working until that date expires. There's no guarantee of that. This is just, we are basically kind of guessing here. But bottom line, if that happens, at least people will be able to give them some time to maybe move to an H1B or some other visas, and that will not disrupt their work. So I would highly recommend that you follow really closely what's happening on the H4 Ead. And things are going to get tough. It's been getting tough. I don't know how tough it will be now, but we are seeing a lot of situations where people are getting denials. Michael, do we have any caller? I kind of hear. Hello? Yeah, so sorry for that. So I was talking about the situations where we are facing right now is on those denials we are seeing on the H1Bs. Luckily, we are getting a lot of approvals too, but we are seeing the same thing, especially like people still using computer programmer positions, programmer analysts, etc., etc. many of them are getting denied. I'm not saying they're getting denied automatically, but most of them, they are basically kind of raising a red flag now. And because USCIS is not believing that these are specialty occupations, although we are seeing some approvals, the approval rate is very, very low. So I would recommend that if in case you're working with a company, be careful, because those positions are not positions that USCIS are now considering, quote unquote, as a specialty occupation. So it is important right now when you prepare your H-1B package that, especially for the new season, make sure that you're compliant with all the form, the dates on the LCA, the way it is prepared, the date on your I-129, you name it, any small, and where you're mailing the package. So this is important because a lot of people tend to mail it to the wrong place, and that's going to cost you. So be careful on that. Now, having said that, H-1B has become lately basically the black sheep and the reasons a lot of people are basically attacking legal immigration, and also H4 Ead following that. And I know a lot of people will write, especially when I do those YouTube videos where they will put comments, so they're taking their jobs, etc., etc. But that's not really the case. If you look at most people on H4 Ead, they're not really taking the positions of H1. It's just many of them were on H1, they just moved to H4 Ead. So you should not generalize when you look at things this way, okay? So it's very, very important that people understand that. So ladies and gentlemen, we were talking about H1B, but you can call if you have questions about other issues related to immigration. So it's not really a change of really the changes that we are seeing here are not really related to the law. It's more political, and everybody knows that now at this point. However, having a good lawyer working on the case makes a big difference. So I highly recommend that you actually get things done by a lawyer who understands what is going on with not only the H1 but with the whole the entire dynamic that you see right now going on with this new administration. So now we're going to talk a little bit, since it doesn't seem, I don't know if you're getting more callers, Michael, but I'll give the number again, 510-657-1170, 510-657-1170, and we are March 14, 2019. If you're hearing this show another day, that means a recorded show. So I just wanted to let you know, if you have any questions, of course, on your immigration, please give us a call. So, and we will be glad to help you, or even do a consultation. One of the things, another thing that we are seeing a lot right now are people who are kind of panicking. There was an article, I think, on CNBC last week where a lot of people are actually moving to Canada. I don't really handle Canadian immigration, but I'm advising people, if they can get a lawyer or someone who can help them actually using it as a backup, I highly recommend that, because things are not going to get better, of course, if the same administration continues. It's going to get tougher and tougher. But the thing is, ultimately, people are still able to stay. People are still getting their I-140 approved, still getting their green cards. By the way, congratulations to the team on DC. They've been getting a bunch of EB1 approved, and also national interest waivers. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you need help on any of those immigration issues, feel free to reach our office, 510-742-5887, 510-742-5887. And also, one of the things that a lot of people are really kind of getting worried is when they get those RFEs. And many of them, unfortunately, doesn't really make sense, but the truth is that you have to deal with them. So there are a few things that you want to know. For one, there are a lot of side visits going on. For example, if you put something in your case, you might want in a place where you're working, make sure that you are actually going to cover that place. Be there. I think we have one person right now on right. This is Shah. You're 11 here.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Yeah. Hi. I'm good. Good morning. Thanks for taking up the call. Yeah. Your voice is low. Can you? I don't know.
I can hear you. Can you hear me now?
Oh, you can hear me clearly?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly. Go ahead.
Okay. So my question is regarding H1 immigration. So I have one critical situation where I'm with company A and they are willing to file H1 for this year for me, and I got a new opportunity from company B where they are not filing H1. So how can I handle this situation? I'm currently on OPT. Can you suggest me any idea?
That's it. How many years you are left on your OPT?
I have still 2 years on OPT.
Well, if you're getting a good option, maybe you should just let go of the H1B and move to OPT. But then that will also reduce your chances down the road. But
okay.
Okay, just to let you know, is that you don't have to work for the company is giving you. You don't have to work for that company that is giving you your H1B. So,
okay.
But I know also they will not continue the H1B if you leave them. There's no real solution. If you're getting a better offer, maybe you should just continue on OPT and don't file the H1B. But if you want to focus on the H1B, then you have to give up. You won't be able to have both unless the company agrees to do that. There's no solution except dealing with the company and check with them if they will allow you to do that.
Is there any possibility I move to company B and my company A, as it is continuing the process of filing H1, let it go, and when I get approved with H1, then I can transfer it to company B?
Yes, of course. But the whole thing will be based on company A agreeing to do that. And I don't recommend just having an H1 and then moving it right away. You will want to work at least with company A few months on H1 so that it shows it was a genuine H1. But it is possible. It's just a little bit tricky. Okay?
So whenever it is approved, I can immediately transfer to my company B, right? It will not be any problem.
No, it is a problem. If you just don't use the H1B and you try to transfer it, it is possible. It is possible, but it's not recommended because USCIS might see it as just basically using the company A as a jump, a platform, and that's not really a good thing. They might question heavily your transfer, but it is possible technically, but it's not recommended in practice.
Okay, got it.
Okay. So if you need help, just when you decide to do that, just give us a call. We'll do a consultation, and I'll give you some more ideas what you can do. Okay?
Sure.
Okay? The number to our office 510-742-5887. If you want to call the studio line today, it's open 510-657-1170. 510-657-1170. And this is the studio line. So, Michael, I just wanted to let people know that today we were talking about this new premium that resumed for H1Bs, and also we're going to talk a little bit about some of the things that we are seeing coming on the H1B. One of the things are the site visits, and they have increased it, and we are seeing a lot of cases where they are really going after H1Bs. And especially if small things can result in denial. Especially if you mention you're working for location X, and they come and check there, and you're not there, you don't have anything there, etc., etc. get ready for a notice of intent to deny coming soon. That means basically they're going to get, notice of intent to revoke. They might take away your H1B if it is approved or denied if it is pending. So be ready for that. Also, we are seeing also that every single of these cases are being adjudicated differently, and there are many factors on that. For one, it's different. You have different adjudicators. Let me take one call and we'll talk a little bit about that. This is Shah Peerally, you're live on air. Hello. 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 Okay. Is Mandar online? Hello. Okay, so I think I lost the caller. Also, hello. Is Mandar online?
Yeah. Hey, morning, Shah.
Morning.
Sorry, I started listening to the show halfway, so didn't catch up the early part. So the quick question that I have is, my wife is right now working with company B. She had a H1 with A. She got the receipt and then she moved because of the offer timing. So the question is the premium processing started now? So can she move to premium processing?
Yes. Premium
Okay, sounds good. Thank you very much.
She can upgrade it, okay? Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Yeah, bye-bye.
You're welcome. Good luck to you. So it's very, very important that people know that premium is open, because that really makes a big difference. So if you want to call to the studio today for any immigration questions, 510-657-1170. If you want a private consultation, it's 510-742-5887. Website to check, attorneyonair.com. So we were talking about few things on H1B that we are seeing. Number one, we are seeing a lot of cases basically where there are RFEs, and general office you're getting is a specialty occupation, employer-employee relationship, and also if you have a degree in a different field and you're trying to move to IT. For example, you're an electrical engineer and you have a lot of experience, of course. You have a bachelor's degree, and then you were on H1B for years, and now suddenly you're trying to move to another company, and you get a huge RFE or a denial based on the fact that your original degree was in a different field. And that's very, very unfair, because that should not be the case, but this is going on. So in those cases, I recommend to put two experts, not one, two expert analysis. Two of those companies are doing evaluation to make sure that they can prove based on your experience that you do have the specialty. Not only you are in a specialty occupation, but you have other things that you meet the requirements that they need. I think we have another caller, right, Michael? Let me take the other. This is Shah Peerally, you're live on air.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, Kumar. How are you?
Good. So I have a question about my parents. I'm a US citizen.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to know, is there any delay in applying for green cards for parents now, either through consular or coming here and doing it?
No, not that I heard of, but definitely, yeah, there are more work, both sides, if they are here or they are there, because now they are doing background check. But ultimately, the timing is staying the same. But be careful if you're using the visitor visa when you're coming here and then filing, because that they are really starting to try to deny those cases based on the fact that the intent at the entry. But yeah, people are still getting them on time.
So, but you're saying there are more denials with the visitor visa out?
Not denials, but they're looking at it with fraud, because whenever you come on a visitor visa, you are under subject to what we call INA 214B. What it says, you have an immigrant intent, and you have to prove you don't have that intent. But as soon as you enter and then you file the the green card, they look at it saying, hey, you violated that rule, so we will deny your case and put fraud and misrepresentation, which is a 212, section 212. So it is very, very important that before you come, you kind of analyze that and try to do it this way. It used to be pretty straightforward, so now it's becoming a little bit more difficult.
No, but consul processing usually takes a little bit more time. I had a quick follow. So my parents have some health issues. I mean, in the interview, do they need to speak properly or something like that, or does it matter?
Well, sometimes if you get an officer who is in India, they might, by speaking Hindi, they might be able to, Punjabi or Hindi, whichever language, they might be able to get someone. But I cannot promise you at the U.S. Embassy. But most people are able to deal with them because they have people speaking different languages there.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Good luck to you. So thank you, Kumar, for calling. And good, we got a question on different. I think we have a few more minutes to go, but I was just mentioning all those issues with H1B, but there are other issues. So before I move on, so I wanted to talk now about something different, where we're getting a lot of people calling us, is debt settlement. What we do with debt settlement, we are talking about settling your debts out of court, basically, in a pre-litigation or litigation situation, without really having to go to court, negotiate with those lawyers, and come up with a deal. For example, if you owe like $100,000, we might be able to negotiate it for a lower price, etc. So at the end of the day, I highly recommend that if in case you want to go with the debt settlement, don't hire a debt consolidation company. We are not a debt consolidation company. We are a law firm, and we will negotiate your debts, especially credit cards, even if you had a litigation before where the case was denied, etc., etc. So it's important that you know how to deal with your situation, with your money situation. So it's important that if you need help to get rid of those debts, for example, let's say you have some kind of emergency, you're losing your job, you have an addition to the family, you have your parents coming, we can negotiate. And for people even at H1Bs, if they have credit cards and they are planning to leave and they have emergencies, we can negotiate in this case. So it is important that we actually kind of negotiate those debts for you in a way that you don't have to pay as much and you get rid of the debt. You can check the website yourdebtsettlementattorney.com, yourdebtsettlementattorney.com. So we cover all the topics of debt settlement there as much as we can, and you can again call our office 510-742-5887. 510-742-5887. So we were talking, of course, about debt settlement. Now let's go back to immigration, because this is the topic really that is hot, that everybody is worried about what's going on, how things are going to get moving next. We are getting into the election kind of season. Next year is going to be elections. Is Trump still going to be there or not? The question is that even if Trump goes away, there are a lot of things that have already been done and might not be undone. So are we going to get better? Maybe, maybe not. Let's see how things unfold. Things are so confusing right now. And I forgot to say, my heart goes to the people who died on the plane, on the Boeing 737 from Ethiopia Airlines. So it's very sad what has happened there, and it's been like twice now. And people, hopefully, they will ground those planes, and there will be no issues in the future. But of course, there are so many other issues going on, so we can't guarantee that. So I just wanted to kind of touch few words for them, and may all of them rest in peace. So now, let us talk a little bit about we were talking, of course, about the issues with the H1B, but since I'm talking about this, I wanted to let you know that oftentimes I get people calling, say, my friend did this, can I do the same? Well, remember, certain things are general, but most things are not. Just because your friend got away or became successful on one thing doesn't mean you're going to be successful too. So I highly recommend that people understand the situation and actually basically cover. It is important. Let's put it simple. It is important that you understand the dynamic of any case that you're filing, and also having a good lawyer by your side to help you. So if you have a situation of an H-1B and you think because your friend got the same, it means that your outcome is going to be the same. Definitely not. I have seen cases, several cases filed, and the outcomes are different for each of them. The reason for that is because you have different adjudicators, and since it is a power of discretion, you see yourself suddenly be dealing with an adjudicator which is not very friendly, and it ends up with a denial, while you get another person with the same case, same facts, same data, and they get an approval. And that's something which is very, very unfair, but there is an element of discretionary power that many of us don't really have to cannot really control. We used to be able to fight those under abuses of discretionary power. Basically, when an agency is basically overusing their discretionary power, people will put complaint with the ombudsman, etc. But right now, when Obama was here, or the previous administration, they used to listen to the ombudsman. But right now, I don't see that come. There are so many things they're not listening, so I doubt they're listening there. And I wanted to also mention that there are a few things that are becoming very, very tough. For example, people filing their cases while they are on H-1B, especially for the newcomers, don't travel in between. More precisely, well, for everybody, I say don't travel until you get an approval, but especially people who are on OPT gap. If you travel on the OPT gap, for those who don't know, the OPT gap is what you get after your OPT expires and your H-1B has been picked up, if your OPT goes beyond April 1st. For example, let's say your OPT expires in May and you are filing the H-1B and the H-1B gets picked up, you can continue working on the OPT gap until the H-1B kicks in. But if you travel in between, you lose that gap. So be very, very careful. Don't travel. And I don't recommend anybody to travel while your H-1B is pending. The best is to get your H-1B, then you can go get your stamp and come back, etc. But don't travel. When I say don't travel, I'm talking travel outside the United States, not just regular traveling inside. Okay, so it's very, very important that you follow those rules. I wanted also to mention that we have seen lately many cases where people provide documents that are not really not genuine, but at least it's not really verifiable. And when they try to authenticate those documents, they're not able to do so. Be very careful, because giving false information to immigration is kind of almost a crime. I think it's a crime, actually, lying to any agency. So, excuse me. So the truth is that be careful whatever documents you give. It's better not to give the document than giving a document that you're not sure of. So it's very, very important to make sure that this... is it Amit? Hello?
Hey, Shah, how are you?
I'm doing well, Amit. Amit, I'm going to close and let you finish, because last week you didn't have a chance, so we'll go ahead and you'll have...
Okay, that's fine, no problem.
Today. So I'll just say thank you to all the listeners. If you need help on the immigration side or debt settlement, please give us a call, 510-742-5887. And anything I told you today is my opinion. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any questions. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Amit. I think you have another 10 to 15 minutes to go. Please go ahead and